Hello everyone, this is my honest review of the Belcekiz Beach in Turkey. Let's hit it.
When I'm blue, I think of you in your eyes, how they look at mine, so kinda like that. You slow down time and everything's just fine. I was ocean swimming with just wishful thinking of my life, the vision drifting by, until I found a lighthouse in your heart, shining like a...
Well, come with me to see what a premium room is like in Belcekiz Hotel thingy. This is the room that you greeted to, and you get a lovely panel here that makes your room very clear with a couple of buttons to choose from. So you are greeted by this panel, so you can actually put a notification up if you'd like a member of staff from the team to just tidy up your towels, the beds, all that sort of stuff, cleaners. This is your slot, which then turns on all the power, and you get this, although it's plastic, yeah, it's nice. It's funny enough, it's a Panasonic panel, but yeah, it looks nice. The premium room, you also do get a massive, pretty big wardrobe. So for your clothes, for your jackets, for your trousers, for everything really, shoes, and you do get a safe, which the hotel do not charge you for. You can use it at any time. Some hotels charge you extra to use a safe, but the Belcekiz like the hotel, so that's a bit. You're greeted by the bathroom. So with the premium room, you get this like classy, sort of expensive style mold, you know, like mold, like what's the term for it? You know, like a marble floor, that sort of effect, even though it's not a marble floor. But hey, you do get towels here. You do get a dressing gown there, so you get some nice touches. You do get hand sanitizer. You get a mirror. You get a basin, and it's a pretty looking basin. I'll give them that. And you get this pretty little tap, which you find in Italian homes that are, well, people that have more than £100,000 in the bank. Let me put it that way. And then you've got hot, and then you've got cold. So you turn this depending if you want hot or you want cold. Which is good. You get a massive mirror. And then you get, you know, your towel here. You get your toilet. You get a little bin. You get a plunger. And then here is the bathroom. And what's nice is that you do get two choices. You can have the overhead shower, which you're probably going to use most of the time, and then you do have the handheld shower. To activate the handheld shower, you pull this lever forward, but if you want the head, you push this in, then pull back. I had to figure that out on my own. And you do again get more hand sanitizer. And it is beautiful. The design is beautiful. It does look lovely and thoughtful and pretty and elegant and beautiful, and like this is what you're paying the extra for. It's just very, very, very nice. And then you get to your main part of the room. You get two beds. And I would say that actually pretty comfortable. I will give them that. They're actually pretty comfortable, if you ask me. So, thumbs up. And you do get a drawer. You do get your power sockets. You do get a USB-C power socket as well if you need it. And you do get a headrest, and it is super soft. It is a super soft headrest, and you get this lighting effect in here. You do get these mirrors as well. If you have your girlfriend or your wife with you, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool. if you have a wife, if you have a girlfriend in your country. And then more sockets. So you got like actually adequate amount of sockets for your phone, for charging a laptop, and a USB-C, which is quite smart because a lot of phones and devices now are moving on to using USB-C. So plenty of charging points, and you do get your lights like that. And then you get this like place for your shoes, or you can sit down or just lay your things out here. You do get a TV, but of course the TV channel is going to be in Turkish or some of it in English, but the likelihood is you're going to be really using YouTube and your phone, really. And then you get this area, so you get a little coffee area. You can make a coffee, you can make a tea, or for bottles of water, you know, put your water in there. You get a massive mirror, of course. You get more. You get a chair, sit down, sit on, if you need to. Yeah, another drawer. Again, the mattress, I would say, actually was pretty soft, pretty comfortable. I can't knock it. And there is, you got this like, veneer. It's a very soft textile. It's like a really, really soft material. And then you have this. So you have your net curtain to protect against bees, but also so you have a bit of privacy, and you are given this. So if you want to, you can have like a cup of coffee here, using the kettle, using bottled water, and then you get a view like this with a chair here, and you just get to look, don't you? You get to look at all the trees. It's very pretty. That's very pretty. Look at that. So a lot to look at, a lot to see. It all looks quite nice. All looks lovely. You get to sit down and you get to sit in the sun, but just be careful because you are in the Middle East. So the UV rays here are epically strong. If you want to, you can have a coffee here, you can play some music from your phone, just, you know, show some courtesy, don't be playing it too loud. And you have these guardrails, so don't worry, you're going to be safe. You're going to be safe. Yeah, you can get a child through that, so don't worry. And then that's your bedroom and your room. And yeah, I would say the premium room is worth the extra. Just like your place for bottles of water. You get little cartons of juice in there. And there's a drawer here which you can close. Then you get more drawers here. And then this is what the opening times are like for food. That's your breakfast, that's your lunchtime, that's your snack service. You get ice cream, you get cookies, and then you get dinner between 7 and 9, and you do get air conditioning if the heat is getting too much, or you just want the room to be air conditioned, which is good. You get a layout of the Belcekiz Beach Hotel. You do get a bin in this corner. You need to get a bit of space here for your suitcases. And it's all fairly good. Yeah, totally very good, very practical. And then you greeted to the main causeway to the restaurant and the food. And everything is incredibly beautiful. Very, very tidy. The greenery, the trees. Teşekkürler. Lots of trees, lots of just beautiful things. And then you get taken to the main pool. It's nice here that you... so then you get to an area like this where you can pick any of the sunbeds and you can just chill. You get a little table next to your sunbed, which is pretty helpful, and it is very tidy and it is very clean. And members of staff kindly come out to you Ask if you need, do you want a coffee, do you want something to drink. There's quite a few sunbeds and we always seem to find one in the end, which is pretty useful. Sit down, got a table here for coffee, wine, cocktails, orange juice, beer, and you got these comfortable seats to be on, and you get quite a lot of seats to choose from. This is the quiet time of Belcekiz Beach Hotel, so it's not as busy as it could be, and that's a good thing for you if you're looking for a seat. And then across from there is the pool, and to the left is the bar for drinks. Yeah, this is cool. About 7 p.m. in Turkey, and it's just starting to really cool off, and it's actually pretty pleasant. Like, it's not so hot that you're sweating. This is actually cool, but in a nicer way than Britain. So Britain, you feel the cold, you feel it. But here, it's kind of cold, but you don't notice it. Now you get to here. So this is where there is ice cream. Between 4 and 5, there's a snack bar, and you can sit down and you can have a coffee, an orange juice, and there's a bar over there where again you can have a beer, you can have wine, a whiskey, whatever you want, and just relax and chill in here if it's raining. If it's not raining, you're very welcome to use the sunbeds, and you can use them for free because it's just part of the package here. And then you have this theatre. Most of the time I find this theatre doesn't do anything, it's mostly shut, but if they do have any show or anything happening at this theatre, it's always in the evening. And this part is where you can literally walk out to the beach if you want to have a little stroll, go and explore some of the shops that are up here and to your right, which is all very, very cool. Bit of a wet day today. This is the pool area at night, and yeah, it's very pretty, very beautiful and colourful, and just very nice and pleasant. I would say overall, it actually is quite a nice room. The hotel is just very nice. It feels like you're taken care of. It feels expensive. The materials, like the bed, is quite comfortable. You get a cover. You get a very thin cover like this because you're in the Middle East, so thin everything, to try and not let you overheat. And yeah, and also the floor. So the floor is like this stony sort of effect, and it means it helps keep your feet cool. So all the party trying to keep you cool in the heat, and you do get this like a basket to sit on if you need to. Back here, this thing here if you need it. Yeah, I can't lock it. And you can pull the drawers if you want, so you want some privacy, or you're playing with your girlfriend or your wife, you got that privacy, haven't you? Or if you just want privacy, one or two. And the colour scheme is nice, it's elegant, it's not depressing and dark, and it's not like overly colourful. It's just a nice It's a nice balance, isn't it? But yeah, this is a hotel I would recommend that you go to, not because I've been sponsored by the Belcekiz Hotel or anything like that. I genuinely have paid for this holiday myself, and Dad has paid as well. We both have paid. This has cost us money. We've had to work hard to earn the money to come out here. No one's giving us this room for free. So yeah, there's only and it's a very, very beautiful, lots of trees, lots of places to sit down, and you can just go and have a beer or have a coffee, have an orange juice, have some water, and just, you know, if you want to make some videos, upload them to YouTube, you know, so it's just nice. Whoa! It's just fairly nice. I think it's actually pretty nice, and you feel fairly safe here. The only negative I can possibly think of is there's no 24-hour bar. So if you want a whiskey, I just want to have a beer before you go to bed, you can't do that because there is no 24-hour bar. That's the only thing the Belcekiz Hotel's missing, a 24-hour bar. Because it is nice to have that freedom, that luxury, just to go, do you know what, I'm just going to have a Coke and whiskey. I might have two before I go to bed at 1:30 in the morning, because you just can't wind your mind down. You need something to help wind you down so you can just sleep. But, you know, that's just the way of the world. But I hope this has been very helpful to you, and just giving you an idea that actually this is a place I would recommend if you're looking for a solo holiday or a family trip. But the only negative is the fact that you don't have a 24-hour bar, and only because of that would I consider a different hotel. Only because there isn't a 24-hour bar. So if I ever can come out here again, I'd be looking more at Liberty Hotel. So it's still Platinum, so everything is just very nice, and the drinks that you drink and the food, the drinks that you drink is branded, and everything's lovely, and you got all the choice of alcohol you want. You got lovely orange juice, lovely coffees, lovely food. Food is just epic. I hope this has helped you.
Until I found a lighthouse in your heart, shining like a beacon of bright stars. I was alive, wandering far, until I found a lighthouse in your heart, guiding me out the door.
Got a cup of tea. Yeah, I see you too. Do you know that?